Hello, this is Mr. K again, the lion, the champion. We all know each other in Germany and Netherlands, don't we? Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'll just come up with another business idea. Basically, think about this. We find it hard these days to charge our phones. We have to either, if we're in a situation with it where we're homeless or we're away from our locality where our residence is, or maybe we just don't want to go into a Starbucks or a Cafe Nero or a Costa to charge our phone or a McDonald's to charge our phone. Maybe we want to avoid people. Maybe we don't like large crowds. So let's think about this, okay? Let's think about this. Let's think about allocated spots where we would be able to charge our phones. Think about plug in the wall or plug in the floor destinations. We could have allocated locations within street corners or allocated spots near economic corridors where people can sit there within a situated spot. It could be like a business, but not a business. A locality where you either pay by cash or card to charge your phone to a certain degree or within a certain time limit. You could have allocated slots where people could go to charge their phones. It could be like a bus stop, a large one. Do you know what I mean? You could have 25 or 40 or 50 plug in the wall or plug in the floor capacity zones where people would go because they don't want to buy a coffee. They don't want to buy. They just want to charge their phone. You know what I mean, they can go to McDonald's, but it's an issue. They go to Cafe Nero, it's an issue because you have to buy goods. Maybe they just want to charge their phone. Maybe to listen to music. Maybe to check up on stuff. Maybe they're on the move. Do you know what I mean? So we could have allocated spots within residential zones or business corridors or economic corridors where we could have located plugging capacities for our phones, our mobiles, or our tablets, or our laptops. We could sit there charging our laptops, our phones, our tablets, our devices based on a certain degree of real disposable income. So we could have like £2 for half an hour charging your phone. Some people have charges, some people don't. Or we can have £1.50 for half an hour, £1 for half an hour. How it goes? Electricity is very cheap these days because we're producing it through nuclear powered capacity. Do you know what I mean? We're actually generating electricity through nuclear industry. So it's quite cheap. It is harmful, but do you know what I mean? We can actually situate located, allocated spots within residential zones. You know what I mean? There could be like 8 blocks of housing units in different residential zones around. We could have 4 allocated spots around that locality for plug in the wall, plug in the floor devices, where people go sit there, charge their phones or devices for a certain degree. We could have a time scale based on the disposable income needed on that time scale, and we could have a situation where you purchase a certain time slot for your mobile capacity to be filled, to be energized. It could be within economic corridors as well, situated around places like Starbucks or coffee or Starbucks, Cafe Nero or Costa or McDonald's or any other type of restaurant within market orientated zones. We could have allocated spots within there, do you know what I mean, where people go and sit and charge their phones to a certain degree. Now the variable costs are electricity, but that's generated throughout a country. I mean, they have their own electric generated capacities, and I mean, we could have 50 allocated spots to charge our phones within 4 residential areas. That's 200 charging capacities, and they could be charged either through card or cash, and they could be collected by the owner of the allocated zones. It's just another idea I'm coming out with. It's a money-making idea, and it is actually possible. I don't think no one's made of it. I thought of the idea a year ago. I'm just putting it online now. But basically, that is an idea of the future. Do you know what I mean? It's a way of making money. Someone could invest in that type of construction. That will create jobs within construction, within software, computer programming, security, and actually I mean, it's a money market because no one's thought of it, and it's a way of a way of someone investing and making money through this type of capacity, through this type of thinking, through this type of deliverance of electrical distribution within a certain allocated zone, either be it residential or business corridors or economic corridors. The variable costs are just supplying the electricity, and um, that's very cheap as well. So it is a low cost, low intensive, capital intensive project where you're likely just to gain money because people don't want to go to public crowded places to charge their phone. Maybe they don't want to buy coffee, maybe they don't want to buy a burger, but they want to charge their phone. Maybe they'd take their food from Tesco's, their meal deals, and they sit there and charge their phones within the corridors. Within, just say within 100 street residential zones, we could have 25, 30, 40, 50 outlets where people are charging their phones. It's a money making idea. Maybe the government should take that on board and make money out of it themselves. They can tax the electricity, tax the usage. They can have a vending machine there as well to produce. I mean, start selling food. That's another idea. And they can have a vending machine selling goods as well. So people can charge their phones and buy goods through the vending machines. It's just another idea Mr. K has come out with, and I just want to share it with you. Thank you very much. Over and out. Thank you.